Okay, let's try something different.
Welcome back, YouTube, to Randomly Trash with your host, Commander Trasher. That's me. Now, today we're going to be talking about superheroes. I'm going to be doing kind of like a superhero segment on at night times. So probably during the day, if I do, a vaping video or something like that, at night times I'm going to be doing a superhero segment. And that's pretty much going to be, like me taking a superhero and talking about their superpowers and a little bit of their background and, like what their superpowers are and would I like to have their superpowers? And if I had their superpowers, what would I really be doing with it? Now, okay, so the first person I want to talk about is Superman. Why I say Superman is because Superman is very generic. He is a generic character that pretty much everyone knows about. No matter what, whether you're into comic books or not, you would know about Superman. Now, with Superman, I feel he's too overrated, too overpowered. Some people might disagree with me. I just feel that way. I don't like Superman for that reason. I don't like Batman for that same reason as well. I feel like they're too overpowered, overrated characters that, cannot be beaten. I'm not saying that they can't, but they just seem that way. I like it when they have like weaknesses, like real weaknesses. I mean, with Superman, okay, his weakness is kryptonite. He, has he gets more strength from the sun. Um and he has these superpowers such as super strength, super flight, technically, um, laser eye heat vision. He can see through walls, hear very far away. He can pretty much, I guess you could say, run fast. He's the generic I have almost all superpowers type of person. He doesn't have all superpowers, but I mean, he's that type of the generic superpowers, the super strength, the flight, stuff like that. Now, his thing isn't flight. He doesn't really have flight. A lot of people think that, and it's not really flight. It's actually a gravity thing from Earth. Earth has a different type of gravity than Krypton does, so that's why on Krypton they have a normal way of walking around and stuff like that. They don't freaking fly and leap around and stuff like that. But for on Earth, Superman has his leaping ability. It's more he jumps really high and, he can like technically hover down. He's more like a really light feather or paper or something like that. Something that doesn't fall really fast and easily, I guess you could say, on Earth because the gravity does not push him down like it does, the rest of people. So he doesn't really have flight. It's more like leaping and kind of hovering in a way, you know, somewhat. It's hard to explain, but that's pretty much the gist of it. It's just based off of the gravity. So in general, would I like those powers? I think the somewhat flight, if you want to call it that, is pretty cool. Um, I don't really care too much for flight, to be honest. I would like it, but I mean, I don't care for it. That's one. It's not a power of a necessity to me. I would have to say super strength. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Who wouldn't want to have super strength? Seeing through walls, that's even cooler. Um, the laser heat vision from coming out your eyes, that's pretty cool as well. Um, and hearing really far, it could come in handy. That's not really a power to me, but it can come in handy. So yeah, definitely those powers I would have to say are cool. Would I want them? Maybe the super strength, and the seeing through walls, probably. So I would have to say, in that sense, if you put what would I do with these powers? Hmm. If I took super strength, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna rob banks or anything like that. Because really, to be honest, yes, I'm bulletproof. Yes, blah blah blah. But I don't want to seem like a horrible person. I don't want to seem like, I'm constantly fighting the government or fighting the cops or anything like that. I would somewhat use my powers for good. Um, Not good, but like, I would use my powers for my own gain, I guess you could say. So, yes, I would use my powers, but I wouldn't use them like, oh, I'm gonna save people all the time. Maybe I'll save people here and there, but not all the time. If And I will say this, if like people that I despise in life, I wouldn't say hate, but I mean people who really piss me off, I dislike and all this kind of stuff. Trust me, if I had super strength, I would find them and I would like kill them. I have no problem with it. I would, you know. If I had those powers, I would. I'm not gonna say it, that I would do it now, because one, I don't want to go to jail, and two, I don't feel like getting killed, just in case if they have some type of thing that can kill me. But if I have super strength and I have like invulnerability like Superman does, shit, I'll go and kill them, because they pissed me off. I didn't like them. They really hurt me in a specific type of way. They messed up my life in some type of way or something. They did something to me really horrible, and I would go and hurt them. That's just me. That's how I'm gonna do it. Like I have no problem with it. Now, um, I would probably fight off, like so that way we wouldn't have to have war anymore. I would fight off countries and stuff like that, uh like I would go to war and, use my powers to like throw tanks at other tanks and, like stuff like that. Destruction type of thing. And, when I get bored, I would want to break stuff and, use my superpowers, my super strength to do stuff like that and, see through. If I have see through vision, trust me when I say, ladies, I'm looking through your houses. I know that may sound like a creep, but I mean, I'm being honest. If these people had these powers, you got people, I'm a guy. Come on. I know it may sound pervy, but I mean, come on. If you're a hot girl, I'm gonna look through your wall and try to see, you going in the shower and stuff. Like, I'm just being honest. So, definitely, these are the things that I would do with these powers. Now, if you enjoyed this little segment, please give it a like, thumbs up, tell people about it, and give me your opinion on what you think of the powers, what you would do with these powers. If you had Superman's powers, what would you do with them? And give me suggestions on people that you may want me to talk about and I guess you could say your favorite superhero or supervillain and what I would do with those abilities and powers if I had them, or if I was like those people, what would I do with them, these powers, and if I would even enjoy the powers if I had them? Would I like to have those type of powers? Thank you for watching, um, and I'll catch you next time on Randomly Trashed. Later.